I'm diving deep into the world of ancient Mayan rituals, and my challenge is to uncover the most mysterious ones that have been lost to time. The Mayan civilization was one of the most fascinating and mysterious ancient cultures to have ever existed, and at the heart of their culture were rituals that played a vital role in their daily lives, their connection to the gods, and their understanding of the world around them. These rituals were an integral part of Mayan society, and yet, we still know so little about them. One of the biggest challenges historians and archaeologists face when trying to understand Mayan rituals is the lack of written records. Unlike other ancient civilizations, the Mayans didn't leave behind a wealth of written information about their practices and beliefs. Instead, we're left to decipher their cryptic hieroglyphics and try to piece together a narrative from fragmented accounts written by Spanish conquistadors. Another hurdle is the cultural bias that often creeps into our understanding of these rituals. Many of the accounts from the time period are tainted by the Christian worldview of the conquistadors, who saw the Mayan practices as primitive and barbaric. This has led to a distorted view of the Mayans and their rituals, which has been perpetuated over time. We also have to consider the fact that many Mayan rituals were deeply tied to the natural environment and the cycles of nature. The Mayans were expert astronomers and mathematicians, and their rituals often reflected their deep understanding of the cosmos. This makes it even more challenging for us to grasp the true meaning and significance of these rituals, as we're often looking at them through a modern, urbanized lens. Furthermore, many Mayan rituals were performed in secret, away from prying eyes, which has led to a lot of speculation and myth-making over the years. This lack of concrete evidence has allowed myths to flourish, making it even harder to separate fact from fiction. The Mayans were known for their elaborate and often gruesome rituals, which included bloodletting and human sacrifice. These rituals were often performed to appease the gods, to ensure the fertility of the land, and to maintain the social hierarchy. But beyond these well-known practices, there were also rituals that celebrated the cycles of nature, like the agricultural ceremonies that marked the changing of the seasons. One of the most intriguing Mayan rituals is the Dance of the Flyers, a ritual in which men would dress up in elaborate costumes and fly through the air, attached to ropes suspended high above the ground. This ritual was meant to honor the gods and ensure the fertility of the land. But it also speaks to the Mayans' deep connection to the natural world and their desire to connect with the divine. Another lesser-known ritual is the jaguar ceremony, in which participants would dress up in jaguar costumes and reenact the mythological battles between the gods and the forces of chaos. This ritual was meant to celebrate the power and strength of the jaguar, as well as the cyclical nature of time and the balance of power between the gods and humans. One surprising ritual that challenges our common perception of the Mayans is the flower ceremony, a ritual in which young women would dress up in elaborate costumes and perform a ritual dance to honor the goddess Ixchel. This ritual was meant to celebrate the power of femininity, fertility, and creativity, and it speaks to the Mayans' deep appreciation for the divine feminine. In conclusion, Mayan rituals were a complex and multifaceted aspect of their culture and society. By exploring these rituals, we gain a deeper understanding of the Mayans' beliefs, values, and practices, and we're able to see them in a more nuanced and multidimensional light. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the mysterious world of Mayan rituals. Share your thoughts and theories about these rituals in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more ancient cultures and mysteries, be sure to check out my other videos.